and welcome to my second video. That was really my first video, but it wasn't a good first video, so I made another first video, which is technically my second video, but it's posted as my first video. You know what I mean, hopefully. I'm probably just confusing. Originally there was voiceover with it, of me talking while I was drawing it, but it's bad. Just trust me, it's bad. So I'm just going to show you the process through time-lapse, and I am going to voice over the voiceover that was already with it. So, hopefully that made any sense, and let's get to it.
So here is the voiceover of the first video that is really the second video. And part of the reason why this didn't turn out well and I decided not to keep any of the original voice is because I started with no idea of what I was going to draw. So I would just sketch things and redo them and undo them, and it was just a hassle. So I tried drawing a line of action. That helped a little, but I still didn't know what I was going to draw. I tried to put a hand on a hip, a leg, put a leg out. I didn't even know what I was doing at this point. Here I am just thinking and thinking what I'm going to do. Then I think, why don't I do a figure skater? There was no reason for this. I was just going with whatever came to my mind. This idea eventually gets scrapped for a better one when I can't figure out how to draw the hands. And you'll see there's me struggling with the hands, and then I decide later that I don't even want to draw them. Drawing the hands over and over, they just aren't turning out well. And I add that one, and I try to draw that hand, and I just don't even care at that point. So I decide, what can I do? I know, I'll make her a cheerleader, and she can be holding pom-poms. Then I don't even have to worry about hands. Then there's me putting the letters welcome beside it. I'm still just trying to figure out the anatomy of this pose, which never really ever makes sense. She ends up tilted in the final drawing. So this is why planning and thumbnailing are important, because when you don't, you just spend forever on the sketch and the art starts to lose what's fun. While I'm here, why don't I tell you a little about me? I obviously enjoy art. I like writing. I especially like drawing characters that I have written. And I play 3 instruments. I play piano, upright bass, and a little bit of guitar. I'm in high school right now. I help backstage with the drama club. I kind of enjoy singing, but I'm not in a choir right now. I also enjoy doing a lot of academic things. I was on academic team. In my family, I have 2 brothers and a mom and a dad. As a family, we enjoy to do a lot of outdoor stuff. My favorite thing to do is we will go on the creek and go paddleboarding. Here I am, just continuing to figure it out. And I'm trying to draw the feet, and I'm really struggling with the feet because feet are hard. I don't like to draw feet, so I look up reference images of feet / shoes, and let me tell you, reference images are my favorite thing. People that make fun of people for using references images, I just don't understand. Your art's not going to get better unless you look at other art to learn. So there I am, just figuring that out. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting flashbacks to drawing this. And I started this recording at like 8 o'clock. And I had to stop in the middle because my mom would just keep asking us to do chores. And then we played a board game. And I think I finished this at like 11:30 at night. It was kind of insane. I was so tired and I just wanted to get to bed, but I had to finish this video before I did anything else. That is me showing the best part of the drawing, the little skirt flare. It was the only part I liked at the time. here are my drawing supplies, and I'm thinking of how I'm going to color this in. Like I said, no planning, so I'm erasing the entire drawing first to go over with my .08 fine liner. Is that .08? Yeah, it's .08 fine liner. I start with the face, and I just go around. Putting the liner on it is always so scary, because if you mess it up, that's it. It's permanent. So I have a decently steady hand, but I still messed up in places. I'm not the best at line art yet. My lines are still pretty much all the same width, which some people like, but I want to try in future drawings and incorporate more line weight to my line art. So now I am tracing the welcome that I wrote earlier, and I am just freehanding it because I don't like drawing letters, so I wasn't going to put that much time into them if I really didn't care, because I can draw, but I can't do any kind of lettering or calligraphy or anything of that sort. There's me adding some line weight. It actually looks pretty good. So now I am just testing out my colors, because the markers aren't the most high-end markers, and a lot of the caps don't match the actual color, so I always have to test them before I use them, or else the drawing won't turn out how I want it to. So I've decided on my colors, and I'm just going to start with their skirt. I'm using this purple color. I don't know what its name is. Added some teal for the little pom-pom things, and I'm shading the teal with the purple, and I try to shade the purple with the teal, but the teal just isn't dark enough for me to shade with it. Here I am testing out hair colors, because I tried to make this person kind of resemble me. They have the same hair color, and the body shape is kind of similar, but they're not that similar. So here I am trying the shoes that I hate, and they get better later, but it's like one of the last things that get fixed. And here's the skin tone. Here's a tip. When you're drawing in a skin, do it as fast as possible, because otherwise it will be blotchy and it won't look nearly as good. So here I'm just trying to add some more shading with the purple, and then trying to blend it out, but the teal is just so light that it doesn't really blend all that well or shade, so I just use the purple to shade the purple. And then I'm shading under the legs. On the ears, I always shade the ears in. And then I'm just putting a little bit more depth into the face with the same skin tone. I always try to add a little bit more depth, but as my anatomy isn't perfect, the depth doesn't really make a lot of sense sometimes. And coloring in the welcome, I'm trying to add a little bit more interest to the drawing by adding a shape behind it. And this is why you try to go quickly, because see how blotchy that is? I have to go through and add another layer in order to fix it. Then I'm keeping drawing and it's still blotchy, but I do fix it later on, or I add some things to distract from the blotchiness. Here I am going over it a second time to help even out the tone. Then I decide it needs a little bit more. I had this set of metallic markers that I got for Christmas, and I love them, so I try to use them in all my artwork because it just adds so much. And then I got purple outside the line, so if you use a colorless blender and go over where you went outside, it kind of helps. You just have to make sure to put something under it, or else it will bleed onto the next page in your sketchbook, depending on what paper you have. Taking my white gel pen and evening out those edges, though I'm not really sure why, because I end up going over them with another color. Now I'm trying to fix the shoes a little more, because I still don't like them. Next, I decide to take my silver marker and outline all the letters and my character, because I love this silver marker. It's one of my favorite things ever. I especially like it to put an outline around my characters, because it gives them a little bit more contrast from the background. I'm fixing the shoes and I finally like them now. It just took a little bit more detail. And that is it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye!